Have you noticed that after 60, the things you once did with ease, walking briskly, carrying groceries, or climbing stairs, suddenly feel heavier and slower? You're not alone. Millions of seniors face this same reality every day. The loss of muscle strength isn't just about vanity. It directly affects your freedom, your confidence, and your ability to enjoy life on your own terms. But here's the surprising part. Modern science has uncovered that there's one supplement. Yes, just one, that can literally reset your body's ability to rebuild muscle almost like you were in your 40s again. Imagine regaining strength, energy, and stability so you can move with confidence and independence. In today's video, I'm going to reveal what this supplement is, why it works, and exactly how you can use it to fight muscle loss and feel younger again. Stick with me until the end, because this could be the key to reclaiming your vitality and living your best years yet. If you're over 60 and worried about weakness, fatigue, or losing independence, this might be the most important video you'll watch this year. When we're young, muscle feels almost automatic. You lift, you move, you recover. But as we cross into our 50s and 60s, something shifts. Our bodies naturally begin to lose muscle at a rate of about 3 to 5% per decade after the age of 30. By the time we reach our 60s, this process, known as sarcopenia, can leave us feeling weaker, slower, and more vulnerable to falls or injuries. Think about it this way. When you were 40, you might have been able to carry a heavy bag of groceries up the stairs without a second thought. Now, the same task might leave you catching your breath or rubbing sore knees afterward. This contrast is both frustrating and frightening. It feels as if your body is slipping away, and no amount of just trying harder seems to fix it. The reality is, it's not your fault. It's biology. Over time, the body produces fewer hormones like testosterone and growth hormone, which are crucial for repairing and building muscle. Our cells also become less efficient at turning the protein we eat into actual muscle fibers. So even if you're eating what you think is a good diet, your muscles might not be getting the signal to grow. But here's the part most people don't realize. This decline doesn't have to be permanent. Researchers have discovered that the body, yes, even after 60, still has the capacity to rebuild and strengthen muscle if given the right support. It's like a fading engine that just needs the right fuel to roar back to life. That's where supplementation comes in. While exercise and nutrition are vital, there's one supplement in particular that has been shown to dramatically improve muscle rebuilding, restore energy, and essentially turn back the clock. Most seniors don't know about it, or they dismiss supplements as gimmicks, but science is finally proving otherwise. So, before we dive into the solution, let's take a deeper look at the true scale of the muscle loss problem, why it's happening, and the dangers of ignoring it. Because once you understand how risky muscle decline really is, the power of this solution will make even more sense. Here's a shocking truth. Muscle loss after 60 isn't just about looking thinner or feeling weaker, it's directly linked to how long and how well you live. Studies show that seniors who lose muscle mass, even if they maintain the same weight, face double the risk of falls, fractures, and hospitalization. And once mobility goes, independence often follows. Think about the ripple effects. A small stumble on the stairs becomes a serious hip fracture. A simple flu can drain you so much that you're unable to walk as steadily as before. Even everyday tasks, tying your shoes, standing up from a chair, or lifting a grandchild, can start to feel like uphill battles. This is sarcopenia in action. It creeps up silently, often unnoticed, until it's already affecting your quality of life. The scary part? By the time you notice, you may have already lost up to 30–40% of your muscle strength compared to when you were younger. But here's where most people make mistakes. They think walking alone is enough. Yes, staying active is important, but casual walking doesn't build muscle. It mainly maintains what's left. Without targeted strength support, the decline continues. They assume protein shakes solve everything. While protein is critical, your body after 60 doesn't process protein as efficiently. You could be drinking protein shakes every day and still not actually rebuilding muscle the way you expect. They underestimate the risk of inactivity. Even just 2 weeks of reduced activity, for example, sitting more due to an illness, can cause seniors to lose significant strength. And regaining it takes far longer than it did when you were 40. They believe muscle decline is inevitable. This is the most dangerous mindset of all. Because once you accept weakness as normal aging, you stop fighting back. And that speeds up the very decline you fear. Here's the bottom line. Muscle isn't just extra padding for the body. It's the engine that powers your life. It burns calories, stabilizes joints, protects your bones, and even regulates blood sugar. Lose muscle, and you're not just losing strength. You're losing your health, your energy, and your freedom. Ignoring muscle decline is like ignoring a leaky roof. At first, it seems small, manageable. But if you don't act, the damage spreads until it's far harder and more costly to repair. The good news? You can stop this downward spiral. In fact, science shows you can even reverse parts of it. But it requires knowing the hidden truth most doctors don't tell you, and one key supplement that may change everything. There was a moment that completely shifted the way I thought about aging and muscle. I was sitting in a doctor's office, frustrated because no matter how many walks I took, no matter how much protein I added to my meals, my legs still felt weak. I told the doctor, "I just don't feel like myself anymore." That's when he leaned in and said something I'll never forget. It's not just about how much protein you eat, it's about how your body uses it. That hit me like a thunderbolt. I had spent years believing that eating chicken, eggs, and protein shakes was the answer. But the truth is, after 60, your body becomes less efficient at turning dietary protein into actual muscle. This is called anabolic resistance, and it means you can be eating enough on paper, but your body isn't converting it into strength. That was my turning point. I realized I didn't just need to eat more. I needed to give my body the tools to actually absorb, process, and rebuild with what I was eating. And here's where the hidden truth comes in. Research shows there's a specific supplement, backed by clinical studies, that helps older adults overcome this resistance. It works almost like flipping a switch, helping your body respond to protein and exercise the way it did in your 30s or 40s. I remember reading one study where seniors who added this supplement gained significantly more strength and muscle than those who didn't, even when both groups ate the same diet. That was the moment it clicked. The missing link isn't just effort, it's efficiency. Think about it this way. Imagine pouring premium gas into a car, but the engine is clogged. No matter how good the fuel, the car won't perform. That's what's happening inside many of us over 60. We're fueling ourselves, but without the right support, the engine can't use it properly. Once I understood this hidden truth, I stopped feeling hopeless. I realized weakness wasn't my destiny. It was a problem with a solution. And once I embraced that, everything began to change. So what is this supplement that flips the switch and helps rebuild muscle as if you were 40 again? The answer is creatine monohydrate, a simple, natural compound that your body already makes in small amounts, but not nearly enough once you're over 60. Now, before you think, wait, isn't creatine just for bodybuilders? Let me reassure you. This isn't about bulging biceps or gym competitions. Creatine is actually one of the most researched supplements in the world, with over 700 peer-reviewed studies confirming its safety and effectiveness, especially for older adults. Here's why it works. Energy for your muscles. Every time you take a step, climb stairs, or rise from a chair, your muscles need instant energy. Creatine helps replenish the battery inside your muscle cells, giving them the fuel to contract strongly and consistently. Protein efficiency. Remember anabolic resistance? Creatine improves the way your body uses protein. Instead of wasting nutrients, it helps funnel them directly into muscle repair and growth. Brain and bone support. Beyond muscle, creatine has also been shown to support cognitive function and even bone health, two areas we all need to protect as we age. The beauty of creatine is that it's not some miracle pill. It's science-backed, affordable, and easy to integrate into your life. Clinical trials with seniors have shown incredible results. Stronger legs, more stamina, fewer falls, and even sharper memory. In fact, some researchers now call it the supplement of healthy aging. The step-by-step approach to using it is surprisingly simple. Start small. Just 3 to 5 grams of creatine powder a day is all you need. No loading, no complicated cycles. Mix easily. Stir it into a glass of water, juice, or even your morning tea. It's tasteless and dissolves quickly. Be consistent. The key is daily use. Over weeks, your muscles will gradually become saturated, and that's when the real transformation begins. Pair with protein and movement. Creatine isn't magic on its own. Combine it with regular protein intake and light strength exercises, and the results multiply. Think of it like giving your body back the ability to actually use the nutrients and effort you're already putting in. You're not starting from scratch. You're unlocking potential that's been there all along. For me, discovering creatine was like finding a missing puzzle piece. Suddenly, I wasn't just maintaining, I was improving. My morning walks felt lighter, my legs steadier, and the fear of losing independence started to fade. The proof is clear. When you combine science with action, age no longer dictates your strength. And that's why creatine is, quite literally, the only supplement that rebuilds muscle like you're 40 again. Now, I don't expect you to just take my word for it. Let me share a few real-life examples of how creatine has transformed lives. People just like you, over 60, who wanted to stay strong and independent. Case study. 1. Mary, 72 years old. Mary was a retired teacher who loved gardening, but she found herself avoiding it because bending down and carrying bags of soil left her exhausted. She started taking 3 grams of creatine daily, alongside her usual diet. Within 2 months, she noticed something incredible. Her stamina returned. She could work in her garden for hours without needing long breaks. Her legs felt stronger, and she even joined a local walking group again. Her confidence in her mobility skyrocketed. Case study 2. Robert, 68 years old. Robert had been active most of his life, but after hitting his late 60s, climbing stairs started feeling like climbing a mountain. He began supplementing with creatine and pairing it with short bodyweight exercises, simple squats and chair stands. After just 8 weeks, he reported a 30% increase in leg strength during his physical therapy checkup. What impressed him most wasn't just the strength, but how his balance improved. He felt steadier, reducing his fear of falls. Case study 3. Clinical trial with seniors. In one study, older adults over 65 were split into 2 groups. One took creatine, the other a placebo. Both groups did light resistance training. The results? The creatine group gained nearly twice as much muscle mass and showed significant improvement in functional tasks like walking speed and getting out of a chair. Scientists concluded that creatine acted as a multiplier, enhancing the benefits of even modest exercise. What's common across these examples is this: none of them started from a place of being super fit or young. These were ordinary people who decided to give their bodies a little extra help. And that help turned out to be the difference between struggling and thriving. When you see seniors regaining mobility, energy, and even joy in their daily activities, it becomes clear. This is not about supplements or powders. This is about independence, dignity, and living life fully, no matter your age. Creatine isn't just helping people lift weights. It's helping them lift their lives. At this point, you might be thinking, all right, I get it. Creatine works. But how do I actually start? Don't worry. I'll break it down step by step so you can confidently add this into your life. Step 1. Choose the right creatine. The only form you need is creatine monohydrate. It's the most studied, the most effective, and also the most affordable. Don't get distracted by flashy labels that promise faster or better versions. Monohydrate has decades of solid science backing it. Step 2. Dosage. Forget the old loading phase advice you may have heard. You don't need to take massive amounts at first. Just start with 3 to 5 grams per day. That's about 1 small scoop or teaspoon. Consistency matters more than anything. Take it daily, whether you exercise or not. Step 3. Timing. Here's the good news. Timing isn't critical. You can take creatine in the morning, with lunch, or even after dinner. Many people prefer mixing it with water, tea, or even their morning smoothie. If you're already in the habit of taking supplements or medications at a certain time, just add it to that routine. Step 4. Pair it with movement. Creatine works best when your muscles are being used. You don't need to join a gym or start heavy workouts. Even light exercises like walking, climbing stairs, or simple resistance movements with bands or body weight will multiply the benefits. Think of it this way. Creatine fills your muscles with fuel, but it's the movement that lights the spark. Step 5. Stay hydrated. Because creatine helps your muscles hold more water, hydration is key. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. This also helps with digestion, energy, and joint comfort. Step 6. Be patient. This isn't magic overnight. Most people notice improvements within 2 to 4 weeks, but the real transformation happens over months. Remember, consistency builds results. Step 7. Track your progress. Keep it simple. Each week, write down one thing. Do I feel stronger today than I did last week? That might be carrying groceries with less effort, climbing stairs without pausing, or just feeling less tired after your daily walk. These small wins will show you the power of sticking with the plan. Step 8. Consult with your doctor. If you have kidney issues or other health concerns, it's wise to mention creatine to your doctor. For most healthy older adults, it's safe, but always double-check to feel confident. By following these steps, you'll not only take creatine, you'll turn it into a simple, repeatable routine that strengthens your body and restores energy every single day. Now, before you rush off to start, I want to save you from some of the biggest mistakes people over 60 make when trying creatine. Because if you fall into these traps, you could waste time, money, and even risk your health. Mistake number 1. Taking too much too soon. Some folks think, if 5 grams works, then 15 grams must work 3 times faster. Wrong. Overdosing won't speed up results. It will just upset your stomach and make you feel bloated. Stick to the proven 3-5 grams daily. Mistake number 2, skipping days. Creatine works by saturating your muscles over time. If you take it for a week and then forget for several days, you'll lose the progress. Consistency is everything. Build it into your daily routine, like brushing your teeth. Mistake number 3. Ignoring movement creatine is not a sit on the couch and get stronger pill. Without moving your body, you won't see the real magic. Even a 10-minute walk or light chair exercises will unlock the benefits. Mistake number 4, not drinking enough water. Because creatine draws water into your muscles, dehydration can make you feel sluggish. Keep a water bottle nearby and sip throughout the day. Mistake number 5. Buying fancy blends. Supplement companies love selling overpriced super creatine mixes with hidden sugars, caffeine, or unnecessary fillers. Don't fall for it. Pure creatine monohydrate is all you need, and it costs pennies per serving. Avoiding these traps ensures that you don't just start creatine, you succeed with it. The key isn't doing more, it's doing it right. Now imagine this. 6 months from today, you wake up, swing your legs off the bed, and stand up without hesitation. Your knees feel stable, your legs support you with ease, and you actually feel spring in your step. You walk into the kitchen, pour yourself a cup of coffee, and realize your balance has improved, your muscles feel firmer, and you don't get winded from simple tasks. That's the power of rebuilding muscle with creatine combined with daily movement. It doesn't just restore strength, it restores independence. And independence at our age is priceless. It's the difference between asking for help with groceries or carrying them confidently yourself. It's the difference between being afraid of a fall and knowing your legs can catch you. But the impact goes even deeper. Studies show that maintaining muscle after 60 doesn't just help you physically, it sharpens your brain, boosts your mood, and even supports longevity. Think about it. Strength isn't only about lifting weights, it's about lifting yourself into joy, confidence, and freedom every single day. And perhaps most importantly, it means staying present for the moments that matter. Whether it's dancing at your grandchild's wedding, traveling to a place you've always dreamed of, or simply enjoying a peaceful walk with your spouse, you'll have the strength to live life fully. This isn't about vanity or quick fixes. This is about future-proofing your body so you can keep living the life you love without limitations. That's the gift creatine and consistent action can give you. So let's bring it all together. We've uncovered the hidden truth. That muscle loss after 60 isn't just aging, it's sarcopenia. We've seen the risks of ignoring it and the game-changing role of creatine in rebuilding strength, energy, and confidence, like turning back the clock to when you were 40 again. Now, here's my final message to you. Don't wait. Every day you delay, you risk losing muscle that could have been saved. But every day you take action, you're adding strength, stability, and years of independence to your life. You deserve to walk strong, to move freely, to live without fear of weakness. And the best part? The solution is simple, accessible, and backed by science. Add creatine, move your body daily, and fuel your muscles with purpose. If this message spoke to you, don't just click away. Hit like, share this with someone you care about, and subscribe, because your future health starts with knowledge and action. Let's stay strong, not just for today, but for every tomorrow we're blessed with.